Family, we are back. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button. It does help the channel a lot. Yeah, we're back. Listen, y'all. 2024. It's been real consistent and heavy on the BS. I can't lie. Industry, everyday real life, society's changed. People have changed so much. People don't care anymore, y'all. They really don't. Everybody's out for self, it seems like. And it's so weird because I don't know. Have you ever felt like you don't belong in this era and time? It's hard to explain, but it's wild. I don't know. It's just like I know what type dude I am, but I still got a big ass heart. And it's like people don't use their hearts anymore. And that's actually kind of bothersome. But let's get into this situation with Drizzy, Drakesha, Drea. That's what I'm about to start calling him. Drea. Drea and Kendrick. This situation, it's overboard. I told my cousin, yeah, I know y'all hear about my cousin so much, but I told him straight up, bro, the rapid fire in which they're coming out with the tracks is kind of different. Um, I was kind of, the elites did good with this one. That's all I can say. I didn't know what it was a distraction from, but allegedly, truth is says what we're about to watch is what it's been a distraction from. So, no further ado, let's get it.
In the last few days, it seems that the only thing people are talking about is the Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef. Everyone has focused their attention to this conflict between the two rap giants and have become completely consumed by it. This song after this song has dropped, leaving fans arguing over who's the true winner, while the
Now, I've never seen diss tracks come at such rapid pace. Real talk. And I'm going to tell y'all why I never did any reactions to any of them because I didn't want copyright strikes. But I've seen so many people with commercials on their videos, and I guess they didn't receive copyright strikes. Pay attention to what he says later in the video.
world is so focused on this beef, other more important things have been going on unnoticed. Almost like this massive rap beef is all just one big distraction. This beef has completely taken over the news and social media. I myself saw big news stations like
Yeah, that's when I knew it was real. Like the people that are probably the demographic for these news and whatever papers and stations, they probably don't even know who Kendrick is for real, for real. They probably know who Drake is because he's so commercial. But yeah, let's go.
Fox News posting videos on YouTube talking about this beef. When do you ever see the news stations talking about rap beef? This beef has managed to overshadow every other news story coming out. While I'm writing this, more news is coming out that there was a shooting in front of Drake's mansion.
We got to stay on this, y'all, because they're sweeping under the rug. Real talk. I was told somebody got taken into custody from that too.
Media is reporting that it's believed Drake's security guard was injured in the situation. It just seems that the situation never ends, and more wood is being thrown into the fire. While everyone is arguing over who's winning this beef, a few important things have happened that have gone completely unnoticed. Things that the masses should have been paying attention to, and we'll get into them in a bit. There's a reason this beef is happening now. Like I said before, it's to save hip-hop, and at the same time to play as a giant distraction. Whether you want to believe it or not, this beef is definitely fake beef. I now understand that's hard to accept for some of you, but like I explained in my last video, it's orchestrated by the labels. Drake and Kendrick are both signed to the same major label, UMG. Drake and Kendrick are two of the biggest and most important artists on their roster.
And their daddy is Lucian Grange. I think that's who won in a rap beef. For real, for real.
If the higher ups at UMG didn't approve these artists' songs, they wouldn't have come out. And in my opinion, it was all Lucien Grange's idea, and I'll explain exactly why. Some of you who watch me often already know who Lucien Grange is. For those that don't, Lucien Grange is the chairman and the chief executive of Universal Music Group, one of the three major record labels that control the music industry. Lucien Grange is literally one of the most important men in the music business. A couple months back, Lucien's name was dragged into some negative headlines when the producer Little Rod named him in the Diddy lawsuit. Little Rod claimed that he allegedly saw Lucien Grange many times at Diddy's house, going into Diddy's room with him and staying there with him for hours.
Hours. What are two men doing in a room for hours? Real talk. Yeah, I'm gonna let it go. What were they doing?
He also basically accused Lucien Grange of funding and being part of Diddy's freak-off parties. This is a terrible look for the chairman of the biggest record label in the world. Having his name dragged into headlines alongside of Diddy and what he's accused of is career-ending. It is not a coincidence that every person in this fake beef takes orders directly from Lucien Grange. He is the man in the center of it all.
Oh yeah, real quick, y'all. Why didn't Puffy sue Cassie for defamation how 50 sued Daphne? Yeah. Yeah.
All. For those that see through the smoke and mirrors and are noticing that there's too much that's off about this beef, you can see this yourself. In my last video, I brought up the fact that Kendrick and Drake was responding to each other instantly. We all know that there's a process in the music industry that artists must follow to drop songs. All these diss records were cleared in advance because they were made in advance.
Cleared in advance, made in advance. Hence how you got the rapid fire. They weren't hearing a diss track, then going to record and hurrying up and putting it out. Point blank, period. They had these shits in the stash.
Lucien Grange is the man behind both of these artists, and I believe him and his marketing team at UMG is the ones who constructed this beef. The fact that people are buying into this beef, that's clearly just a distraction, proves how easy it is to manipulate the masses. Lucien Grange is benefiting from this beef in every way. He's making money from every song each one of these rappers drop. He is also using it to distract the masses while bringing more attention to hip-hop. People don't realize that the sales for both Kendrick and Drake have been lower than usual in recent years. And I'm not talking about sales as in buying CDs. I'm talking about streaming numbers that convert to sales. Now, when Kendrick drops his new album, it's going to sell much better than it was going to without this beef. Something way more important was exposed. The biggest plane manufacturers in the world, Boeing.
Now, pay attention, y'all. Two people are no longer, because they cared about the well-being of the masses. They spoke about some faulty stuff, and they're no longer here. Check it out.
Boeing. If you have been on a plane, chances are it was made by Boeing. Airlines and customers trust their planes alike and are confident that these planes are safe and secure to travel with hundreds of people at a time. But what if that wasn't the case? What if these planes aren't as safe as they make them seem? This is exactly what two men working for Boeing have come out and said about the company. Now, both of these men have mysteriously passed away after coming out as whistleblowers against the company. The fact that the news stations and all of the media are running this Drake and Kendrick Lamar story more than this Boeing whistleblower situation lets you know a distraction is at play. The second whistleblower, Joshua Dean, passed away May 2nd in the middle of this Drake and Kendrick beef. While this is obviously a big deal, those in charge are using the media to distract the masses and have them focus on this Drake and Kendrick beef. I am pretty sure people care more about the safety of the planes being used by all the biggest airlines over whether who would win a rap beef. If you can't see this as a distraction, you might need some glasses. The media is a weapon used by the elite to distract and control.
Television programming. Your program will return after these messages. Programming. It's crazy because Boeing's a huge company, y'all. And do you know what this could do to airports across the country? Flights, the purchasing of Airline tickets. It can cripple that market. I don't think it's a coincidence in what happened. I saw something about self inflicted, and then I seen something about mysterious, all of a sudden sickness. I don't trust nothing when it comes to these type things, y'all. Who's to say they didn't reach out to that person's spouse and be like, hey, I know y'all got a family. You want to give up one or you want to give up all? We'll even give you this to do that. This dude mysteriously, y'all, suddenly became sick enough to cross over. We're not about to do that. And these people play dirty games, allegedly.
And all of the media wants you to focus on Drake and Kendrick. The media controls the conversation and it tells the people what they should care about. Now, I'm not expecting most people to understand, but I am expecting those who have been watching this channel for years to see the obvious manipulation going on.
This law that they want to pass wants to ban the current Bible and replace it with one that's
Listen, I ain't read the Bible. I've always felt like it was a tool to control people, allegedly, just like they allegedly say there's a slave ship named Jesus. But anyway, I've never read the Bible, although some things that are in that Bible tends to ring true every day or just over time. But to make these changes while so much is going on is different. I looked into some things, and over 30,000 changes were made, of which more than 5,000 represent differences between the Greek text used for the Revised Version and that used as a basis of the King James Version. Most of the other changes were made in interest of consistency and modernization. Yeah. Yeah.
updated to match their political agenda. They are literally trying to change the Bible while the world is arguing over who will win this beef. People aren't even going to realize what these people are doing because they're putting on a show for them. You really think it's a coincidence that this is happening right as this beef is heating up?
They're not paying attention to important information that's being exposed. This is clearly a distraction and nothing else. This Bible situation is big news. And yes, there's a lot of people that are upset, but the masses aren't upset because they don't even know what's going on. They're only paying attention to this beef. We see these politicians literally trying to take the Bible, ban the way it is now, remove it off the shelves, remake the Bible, rewrite it to fit their narrative, to fit their political agenda. We are in some very dangerous times, and the attacks on God are pretty much obvious at this point. Streamers and bloggers have been able to react to the songs without getting any copyright claims, without having any trouble with these records. They're allowing these records to be used in these reaction videos. They're allowing these records to be played on YouTube when I make videos on YouTube and I know you cannot play any song without getting copyright claims. But these songs have been cleared even on YouTube. They're using this to distract us from things that are way more important, things that are actually going to change our lives. And they've done this time and time again, and it always works. But these songs have been cleared even on YouTube. They're using this to distract us.
Another Boeing whistleblower. Come on, man. It's gone. That's crazy. Healthy 45-year-old. Healthy. Healthy. Healthy.
Us from things that are way more important. Wake up and realize what's going on, but realize what you're giving your energy to and realize that you're falling right into their trap. This is all it is, a trap. They don't want us to continue to pressure Diddy. They don't want us.
Y'all seen Kendrick? He represented 3-in-1. He represented the West Side. He represented the shh, and then the one-eye symbolism, all in one picture. You see your boy throwing up the obvious. Listen, y'all. We gotta look deeper because this shit's way deeper than we know. Point blank, period. Don't get caught not knowing. I ain't saying you got to believe it, but at least look into it, y'all. I know it's real because I was a part of it. Yeah, I'm out. Peace.